Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you DC March 2026 solicitations, and also other comics news, so we're going to get to the comics news first. Marvel goes all out for 2026 with Comics Giveaway Day, teasing Amazing Spider-Man 1000 and more. So, since Diamond has done its weird kind of shit, there seems to be one thing of like free comic book day and then comics giveaway day. I didn't actually know about this until kind of like looking into it. So, Penguin Random House Comics Giveaway Day takes place on May 2nd with free special editions. We've pretty much got Amazing Spider-Man 1000 Queen in Black Issue 1 Comics Giveaway Day. Counting down towards that, lays groundwork for the upcoming Queen in Black symbiote event, and teasing what's next for the Infernal Hulk. Meanwhile, Armageddon X-Men Issue 1 delivers a key chapter tied to Marvel's 2026 summer event Armageddon, sets up the next major X-Men milestone, and checks in with Marvel's first family. And then also spotlighting Alien, Predator, and Planet of the Apes, and Spidey and his amazing friends. So, here's that there. Let me see. Written by Joe Kelly, Al Ewing, and Philip Kennedy Johnson. Art by John Romita Jr., Ivan Coclio, and Nick Klein. The road to Amazing Spider-Man 1000 takes a big turn here as fate bears down on Peter Parker. The Queen in Black has been coronated, and Mary Jane Watson as Venom is not ready for her. The eldest is taking control of the Hulk, and what happens next will make every past Hulk battle look like a skirmish. Cool. Then we get Armageddon X-Men. Those are kind of like the two that I'm going to pretty much be interested in. Let's see, written by Chip Zdarsky, Jed McKay, and Ryan North. Art by Federico Vincetti, Frank Alpizar, and Delio Diaz. Heroes of the Marvel Universe assemble to take on the Red Hulk in a critical story by Chip Zdarsky that sets the stage for this summer's Marvel event, Armageddon. Armageddon is here, and no one is safe from the coming end. Plus, your first look at this summer's big X-Men event and Doom. Then we get like that there. It's like okie dokie. And Spidey and his amazing friends. So it's kind of cool for everybody to get a little bit there. Alright. We also got some G.I. Joe Transformers and Image Comics solicitations too. Let's see. Transformers issue 30. Who will lead the Autobots? It's Optimus Prime versus Elita 1. And the future of the Autobots hangs in the balance. One shall stand and one, you know the rest. Really nice art cover there for that. Let's see. G.I. Joe issue 20. Let's see. Optimus Prime and Duke meet for the first time. What does this mean for future of the Energon universe? Like, okay, that's kind of cool. Team up. Void Rivals issue 28. The Quintesson War continues. Tremble before the awesome might of the Quintesson Tribunal. No ordinary judge can preside over matters of war. Yeah. And G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issue 326. Duke, Roadblock, Scarlet, and Snake Eyes head deep into Trucia Abysma on a rescue mission with enemies around every corner. That sounds gnarly there. And then Homophiles edition, and then like hardbacks for like certain stuff. So that's a little bit there. We get Image Comics March 2026 as well. Tigress Island 1 of 5. Okay, interesting there. Narco 1 of 5. Super Creep Show. That looks fucking freaky. 1 of 5. Ooh, Gillian and Ryan North. Who's writing some of the other ones? Doug Wagner, never heard. Patrick Kinlan. Blood Squad 7 yearbook issue 1. Joe Casey. The first issue of Blood Squad 7 yearbook is finally here, and within this extra-length, action-packed, mind-bending conclusion to this epic storyline, secrets will be revealed, worlds will collide, heroes will struggle, legends will die, and things both past and present will never be the same. Feral Kitty. See yourself in the reflections. Invincible Foil Edition, issue 1. Cool with Invincible stuff. Invincible Universe Battle Beast. That looks gnarly. Let's see. Issue 7. The biggest series of 2025 returns. Battle Beast continues his quest to find the one being who can defeat him in battle and end his life. But the Viltrumites are looming. And then, of course, we get the Team Up back again. Marvel Team Up issue 14 on sale March 4th. So, if you want that, and I'm going to be looking at that. What the fuck is that? Assorted Crisis Events. It's gnarly there. Are you poor, desperate, huddled, massive? Issue 9 this is. Do you live in a dark age of depression, one of the many historical periods of slim pickings and no options? Welcome to the Temps, the first cross-temporal employment app. The past and future are filled with low-skill, low-wage gigs. Gigs such as cobbler's assistant in Plague-era Europe, salvager in the ruins of New York 2832, soldiers in Krang's cross-time army. Temp is shattering the temporal ceiling. What the fuck? Blood and Thunder? That is a cool-looking cover there. Issue 11. Blood learns the truth about her family. Got it there. Capes. Dr. Manhattan looking kind of thing there. Invincible Universe Capes issue 5. A special remastering of Capes featuring new art. Oh, okay. Holy fucking shit. The Darkness issue 4. That's a really cool cover there. Jackie conceals a shocking secret from Jenny as he's forced to confront the full depths of the Brotherhood's depravity. But who else could he turn to with traitors and enemies surrounding him on all sides? What chance would he stand against the Angelus's full wrath and her fearsome wolves of war without Sonatine's protection? Dork. Death Fight Forever. Weird looking. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. That is a really great cover there for that Spawn. Like, holy shit. Issue 17. The Gunslinger's world is on fire. Enemies are closing in on all sides, and the answers he is searching for are just out of his grasp. Department of Truth. Oh. Die Loaded issue 5. Interesting. It's just... I was trying to figure out what the fuck it was. I'm like, oh, okay, that's an interesting cover. Dust to Dust, issue 8 of 8. Exquisite Corpses. Final Boss. Oh, that looks gnarly there. Issue 5. In the bloody sands of the Forgotten Desert, Tommy and Rabek are in the fight of their lives with the Forsaken Tribe Queen, Ritual, and her clan of cannibals. Can Tommy free the prisoners and find the answers he came for in this intense blood-soaked conclusion to Volume 1? Free Planet issue 10. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, that's just what I pretty much saw with the G.I. Joe and everything that I just pretty much did there. Let's see. Ghost Pepper. That's weird looking there. Gunslinger Spawn issue 53. That's kind of cool there. With his newfound abilities, the gunslinger is on the hunt for a missing child, but not just an ordinary child. This one may hold the secret to his returning to his own time period. Interesting. Ooh, King Spawn. Holy fucking shit, issue 55. A darkness has taken hold in New York City. Spawn can sense it creeping in the night. When he discovers its source, he will be in for the biggest battle of his life. Malevolent issue 3. That looks gnarly. The demonic mouths warp reality. They warp flesh, and they hate us. Morgan and the containment team have managed to fight them one-on-one. But what happens when a swarm is unleashed? The hit sci-fi horror by the creative team behind Spread only gets more intense from here. Rat City, which is a Spawn one, issue 24. Kind of looks like it. I mean, Spawn's in there. The deviant knows terror, but the thing waiting in Rat City's depths is about to show him a new kind of fear. Sacrificers. Savage Dragon, issue 280. I knew there was a Savage Dragon thing in here. I like Savage Dragon. The surviving members of the rescue team that went into Russia fight their final battle in an effort to come home. Cool. Scorched Seasons. Yeah. Skinbreaker. Spawn, issue 376. Yeah. Spawn has been beaten, bloodied, and left for dead. But unfortunately for Spawn's attacker, all that did was make him mad. Yeah, pretty much what happens there. Spawn Dark Age? Issue 6 of 6. In the aftermath of death and treachery, the king faces his toughest challenge yet. Aurelianus and the Devil Spawn must remain united there to defeat the invading Saxons amongst the ruins of Londinium in this epic finale. And then Transformers again, Phantom of the Opera, Void Rivals, Walking Dead, Deluxe, White Sky, Witchblade. Witchblade 2024 issue 19. Sarah Pizzini probably has the worst hangover in human history, and the mysterious bloody corpse in bed beside her sure isn't helping her headache. Where did the body come from? Who is the mysterious green-haired assassin trying to kill her? And how can she investigate with her well-intentioned new partner, Jack McCarthy, watching her every move? Sounds kind of nutty there. Youngblood. Archer Immortal. Deadly Tales of the Gun. And now we're to volumes. Volumes, TP, Trade Pack. Yeah, okay, cool. So those are some pretty interesting ones there, and that's what we've got before getting into our DC solicits. Okay. Nope, I fucked up, didn't I? Give me that one, I'm pretty sure. Yep, here we go. Here's the DC solicits. That was like a teaser kind of thing. Let's see. We got Lobo, issue 1. Interesting, Scotty Young. Vroom! The main man's back, baby. And his ride is a motorcycle that moves at the speed of sound, but only if that sound is a ripping guitar solo, and you better hop on before he leaves you in the dust with all the bastages he's fragging for money or convenience. The Eisner-nominated creative team that brought you a fantastic parable of adolescence in the Midwest, the story of an artist who embraces darkness a little too closely, and the tale of a gunslinger with too much grit to stay buried, brings you a classic yarn spun in the star-kissed threads of the cosmic DC universe. It's a gut-soaked path from DCKO to the end of the universe, where Lobo is going to scratch his name and number in the source wall with a cool knife. Don't miss the Mayhem special guest or tasty continuity. Don't you do it. Deathstroke the Terminator. Let's see. Brutal violence and over-the-top action. There's a hit out on Deathstroke as he evolves into this purest form. A Terminator out for revenge and ready to kill anyone who stands in his way. Okay. DC Next Level. Interesting that we're seeing a lot of stuff here. Batwoman issue 1. Daughter, sister, soldier, hero. But since she was 10 years old, Kate Kane has lived in the shadows of a prophecy and the machinations of a religion devoted to the end of all things. How do you fight the devil when the devil is real? And how do you win? Acclaimed writer and co-creator of the modern Batwoman, Greg Rucka returns to the story of Kate Kane alongside visionary artist Donnie for a DC Next Level series that will redefine Batwoman and her mission for a new generation. Holy fucking shit. DCKO, issue 5. It's fucking gnarly there. In the melee that started with dozens of heroes and villains vying for their chance to win the ultimate power in the universe, only one remains. But to truly be crowned the King Omega, you must battle more than the obstacles in your path. You must battle yourself. It's the finale to end all finales. As the one true champion is crowned, the fate of all that lives hangs in the balance, and a shocking decision will bring the DC universe to the next level. We would type more, but honestly, anything else is a spoiler. So suit up, get ready, and leap into the final round. Sounds pretty good there. What am I looking at here? Absolute Batman issue 18. So that's the cover. Let's crack it and see. After the explosive reveal ending last issue, and Batman continues to fight Poison Ivy's mutated monsters and winds up uncovering an even more gruesome horror that has embedded itself in the city's very foundations. All while the Joker's machinations start to coalesce in a partnership with a new ally. What did I just hit? Sorry, when I... Oh, because they aren't showing the actual cover. Because it's like, sometimes trying to load certain things. It's like, hey, I saw you wanted to look at that picture. How about not, motherfucker? It's like, Web, why? Absolute Wonder Woman issue 18. What happens when you send a witch to kill a witch? Time to find out as the daughters of the most powerful magic users in the universe come together at last, forced into combat with devastating stakes. It's the Witch of the Wild Isle versus Zatara, the Mistress of Magic. Okay, that sounds pretty gnarly there for that. Of course, we get Absolute Superman and Superboy Prime reading Absolute Superman. Issue 17. Superman must save Metropolis from being devoured by his most terrifying enemy yet, the all-consuming parasite. While the happiest man in the absolute universe, a simple family man named Lex Luthor, receives a fateful visitor. Definitely some interesting shit going on in Absolute Martian Manhunter. Issue 10. John takes on the agency while his family and his world crumbles around him. Bridget starts to see through the smoke of the malevolent force inside her own house. And where exactly is the Green Martian? Ooh, Absolute Flash. Issue 13, sorry. Wally tries to pick up the pieces of his life after the battle at Fort Fox. Adrift and unsure what to do, the young speedster looks for a way forward. Absolute Green Lantern. Sorry, that is really just bright as shit. Yeah. Issue 12. Joan Mullion faces down the mighty obsidian beast, but how could she defeat this monster? Where did it come from? Then we see Green Lantern issue 600. It's like, okay, what do you... Nice milestone there for Green Lantern. That's pretty cool. Let's see what it says about this. In this special, oversized 600th issue, let me see. It's $5.99 as well for 56 pages. That's actually not bad. Hal Jordan will be tested as never before, and a new Lantern stands poised to step in should he fail. Hal embarks on a mysterious mission while Kyle Rayner finally moves back to Los Angeles and again takes up the mantle of Green Lantern of Earth. Join Kyle as he finds a job, navigates traffic, and chases down escaped villains from Oa. All this, plus a host of legendary guest artists and writers from Lantern's past, and an answer to the question posed to Star Sapphire in the last issue. Cool there. The Nice House by the Sea, issue 8. That sounds weird. Bleeding Hearts, issue 2. Oh, these are the other ones. DC x AEW Wrestling? Alright. Check it if you're into it. You get 2 issues at least. Batman, issue 7. Got a lot, man. As Batman is beckoned to Arkham Towers by the mysterious man in room 10, nothing will prepare him for what he finds there. Some might call him the Cape Crusader's arch nemesis. Others might call him Batman's best friend. Everyone calls him the Joker. That's there. Ooh, that's a pretty cool Wonder Woman one there. Issue 31. The matriarch commences her crusade to rule over the DC universe. As heroes and villains alike fall to her insurmountable power, Wonder Woman and her daughter Trinity must unite to save all that they hold dear. Time's up for the princesses of Themyscira, and the Queen of America will not rest until they bow to her will. The Eisner-nominated creative duo of Tom King, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and Daniel Sampere, Dark Crisis is back for the most riveting installment of their Wonder Woman epic yet. That sounds pretty cool. Holy shit. Catwoman doing shit. Catwoman, issue 85. Selena Kyle's blood-soaked international tour has come to an end. Finally home in Gotham City, she discovers things have changed in her absence, and she'll have to learn how to survive the new status quo. Among these changes, one constant remains. A very powerful enemy has been awaiting her return, and he won't remain masked any longer. Batgirl, issue 17. Spinning directly out of the events of DCKO, Batgirl is back in Gotham City when she wakes up with the twisted, metahuman abilities of the Blood, the power to wield and control her blood like a weapon. But her Bat family reunion is cut short when she is forced to ascend Wu Kor Tower to confront her blood relatives for answers and a reversal of this curse. Cassandra Cain is leveled up, or is it a leveled down? The perfect jumping on point for new readers of this hit series as the curse of the blood begins here. That's cool there. Harley Quinn issue 60. My body is full of DCKO energy. After the thrilling conclusion of our latest crossover, I've got a new lease on life, and it's darker and grittier than ever. You know Batman? Well, you can call me Batquinn now. I'm like Batman, but I do things a little differently. Bricks are gonna fly tonight, baby. Oh, shit. And then, we also get this with Poison Ivy, her becoming like mayor of Gotham City. It's like, what the fuck? It's the beginning of a brave new era for Poison Ivy as Pamela Isley ascends to the role of mayor of Gotham City. But what is her vision for Gotham's future, and how far will she go to protect it? Let's just say things are about to get pretty bloody. No shit. Alright, what do we got here? God damn. Batman, Superman, World's Finest. That's a pretty cool cover there. Detective Comics 1107. The Dark Knight detective is hot on the trail of an abducted teenager with a mysterious past, but he has found himself at a dead end. In a rare moment of desperation, Batman teams up with Black Canary and Gotham City's newest resident, Green Arrow, to investigate a case with unexpected and terrifying implications for Bruce, Dinah, and Oliver's shared history. But will this trio be enough to rescue this girl and unravel the mystery of her past? Find out in this thrilling new storyline. Ooh, Nightwing. Issue 136. A new era begins here for Bloodhaven and its hero. The city's new superhighway was meant to be its lifeline, but has instead become a hotbed of strange and violent incidents. It's always weird when that happens. Nightwing's investigation into this haunted road drives him toward a tragedy from which he may never recover. It sends him looking for answers in Bloodhaven's tragic past. Superstar artist Dennis Cohen joins ongoing writer Dan Waters for a supernatural noir tale of urban folklore in a city where the unavenged dead will stay silent no longer. Action Comics 1096. Cool looking there. I did not skip Superman, did I? Supergirl. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. As Clark Kent reaches the spring of his sophomore year at Smallville High, things have changed for Superboy. Yes, he's become Smallville's protector, but at what cost? Buckling under the weight of his super secret, Clark now feels more alone than ever. Could there be more out there like him? Find out as the Boy of Steel's world is turned upside down by the truth. Cool. And then we get Supergirl. Issue 11. With the bottled city on fire, literally, Kara Zor-El abandons the comfort of Midvale to save the last survivors of Krypton. The youth are in revolt after a shocking secret is revealed, and the Science Council is put on trial for its crimes against the next generation. Can Supergirl find peace between the two warring factions? That's going to be gnarly. And we see Superman, which this is interesting. Superman issue 36. Reign of the Superboys. Let's see. After the shocking events of DCKO, Superman is missing, but one hero steps up to take his place. Superboy Prime? Normally, Prime has only been part of massive DC events, but now he gets a real shot at showing the world he can be just as great as hero Superman. Superstar artist Dan Moore returns to Superman for an action-packed and fun adventure that changes the face of the DC universe. Still written by Joshua Williamson. That sounds like an interesting kind of jumping on point there, so we'll see how that goes. Superman Unlimited issue 11. That is a crazy cover there. Let's see. What's worse than a fifth-dimensional imp? A fourth-dimensional demon. John Kent faces off against his greatest archenemy, a terrifying time-bending foe who's attacking him years before they've ever met. Witness the final moments of John Kent's Superman. Also, is this in this issue Superboy? No, really. Wait, what? Yeah, you better not miss this one. Call your retailer now. Reserve your copy now. Don't wait. Go. Call. Now. And Adventures of Superman, Book of L, issue 7. Aquaman. Let's see here. There's a lot of different ones, man. Oh, Emperor Aquaman, issue 15? Renaming, but titling different? Jump into a fresh start for the King of Atlantis and beyond. After the events of DCKO, Aquaman finds himself on a journey of self-discovery where he must launch a brand new mission imbued by Omega energy, the very essence of conquest. To reach across the stars with the power of the blue, our king must first defeat the Crimson Queen and free his friends and family from her evil clutches. What is Arthur's ominous connection to the Omega that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of reality in the KO tournament? Find out in this jumping on point that answers the question, what does it mean to rule with absolute power? Crazy there. Get the Flash. Issue 31, written by Ryan North. Wally West, father, husband, and fastest man alive. And now with DCKO in the rearview mirror, Wally can finally relax and live his best life. Or can he? Because an awful lot of people are suddenly relying on the Flash to save them, and intentionally putting themselves in danger to ensure that he does. Something sinister is happening behind the scenes, and Wally is right in the crosshairs. Also in this issue, shenanigans, science, and the debut of an all-new, all-star creative team for the Scarlet Speedster. That's pretty cool. I've been liking Ryan North on Fantastic Four and what he has done with like One World Under Doom. So I hope that works out for that. Justice League Unlimited issue 17. Yeah. In the aftermath of DCKO, the Justice League has to work even harder to protect mankind, and that means it's time for new blood to face new challenges. Who will join Wonder Woman and Batman to lead the JLU? So, oh, that's cool. Yeah, because Superman's missing at the moment. New Titans issue 33. After helping save the world from yet another world-ending event, the Titans have earned some much-deserved rest. Back in Titans Tower, they're glad to be reunited again, but it almost feels too good to be true. Are these Titans who they claim to be? And if they can't trust each other, can they even trust themselves? Tate Bromball and Sammy Bastry kick off a brand new era for the next generation of superheroes. I do like that we're getting some new creative teams and new kind of jumping on points here. Green Lantern Corps issue 14. That's a nice cover there. Thanks to his newfound power after DCKO, Guy Gardner is now being worshipped as the All-Sight on Oa. After receiving constant visions of the banished emotional entities, Guy puts together an elite team to track them down. At the same time, Jon Stewart and Katma Tui run into an old adversary on New Karuger? Interesting. JSA issue 17. The heroes have assembled, but can they work together long enough to face down this existential threat to the citizens of Gotham? Maybe. Batman Static Beyond issue 4. That's kind of cool there. Nice team up. Sirens Love Hurts. Let's see. Gotham Academy First Year issue 6. Mad Magazine. Dark Knight Returns. Facsimile editions. The fuck am I looking at right now? DC Superhero Girls High School Reunion? Why the fuck am I seeing stuff in June? And then some in May? Why am I seeing May shit? What the fuck does this even mean? Okay, if shit goes kind of gnarly, just let me know. That just seems weird. Okay. Oh god, I fucked some shit up. Never mind. Okay, so those are the main ones for DC. The overall, Transformers sounds kind of interesting with like the Autobots kind of having to deal with leadership and doing some team up stuff with G.I. Joe and all that. So that should helpfully be a pretty good one. Interesting with Savage Dragon and like the darkness with like Image Comics, and Spawn sounds like it's going completely nutty doodah. It is interesting that they've expanded it out to like the Gunslinger, King Spawn, and everything else in there. So that sounds pretty cool. DC Absolute Universe sounds pretty gnarly. Getting like Poison Ivy with Batman, fucking like witch fights with Absolute Wonder Woman. But it does sound pretty cool that they've gotten some new jumping on points. Like with Superman, with Superboy Prime kind of stepping into Superman's absence. That could be a good one if it's handled right. Depending upon what goes on. Because I know Superboy Prime has a lot of weird-ass fucking issues. But there's a lot of kind of cool stuff there with DC. I think the March seems to be that kind of like we get the fallout of the DC KO. We see what kind of goes on. It's interesting that Aquaman's going to the stars and is linked up with the Omega Energy as well. It's kind of cool that we're getting Ryan North as the writer for The Flash. So hopefully that works out, and people that are reading Flash will have an enjoyable time with that. There's a lot of kind of good stuff there with DC. I'm liking the Solicitations. I'm thinking that they're doing a pretty good job there. But tell me what you guys think. If you're excited for the directions, if you aren't excited for the directions, if you've been liking what's going on. So, those are my opinions on the Solicitations. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked them, if you didn't like them, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.